My name is Louis Fagoni, and I've been the promoter of the Adams Vintage Karting Association event for about the last 10 years.
This weekend we're here for the vintage racing, and the vintage racing is like the racing that we've done in the past, much like when the track first started. And we're running 70s and 80s era style vintage karts, the way it started in the beginning. We have some rear engine karts out here that they started back in the 60s, so it kind of encompasses all of the karting up to the modern era.
This is probably the oldest track that's operated continuously since sometimes in the 50s.
It's a place where all of us get our old mid-60s karts all shined up and come out here and just have a fun time.
You run here for years, when you're a kid and you grow up on the track, and you don't even realize the history of the track until you look back and realize that, wow, we were some of the first ones to ever run this track. And even today, the track is much like it was back in the 60s.
It's a real vintage track, and we're running vintage equipment.
When the track was built with a banking turn, it's fun, and it's just an enjoyable track to drive with just the right amount of straightaway and the right amount of corners. Just makes a nice balance.
Had a lot of fun here. It's a good track, great people. You can always come out no matter what you're driving and sign up for a fun day and get on the track and say hi to everybody. So it's a good place to come.
If the Adams family hadn't been the upkeep, to bring everybody in and just make sure it all worked, we wouldn't be here today. So much thanks to the Adams family for making it work through all this history and still owning the track and passing it on to the other family members.
We love this facility. We love the people here.
It's a great batch of people. Everybody's thinking along the same lines. It's basically a big old party, and we get to ride our karts and show them off.
I'm just really happy to be here. I'm happy to see the turnout we have here. We have people from Ohio, from Florida, from South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee. It's turned into quite an event.